Hey guys, can you hear me? Mauricio, anybody? Can anybody hear me? Hello? Hello? Yay! Okay, so I am on today because I am doing my first live stream. Mauricio's actually over here. You can't see him. He's kind of freaking out because I have a little bit of a potty mouth. So hopefully I'm not going to say anything super offensive or... So forgive me if I do anything stupid. I have a habit of like... open mouth, insert foot. So today I wanted to do a tag. I was tagged by two channels, Prudent Joy and Decade to Freedom. And the tag is how to live on less and save more. And before I get started, hi. This is so exciting. I feel so excited by this whole process. Before it gets started, hey, I know you. This is so fun. I wanted to tag the Mark Gowdy, Ebullient Erica, and one Budgeting Wifey to do this tag. So there are 7 questions in the tag. And of course, as always, I'm going to link all the channels down below. I guess after the live stream's over, I don't know, I've never done this live stream thing. I'm kind of a live stream virgin, I guess. So I guess after it's over, in the description, I will put all the channels that I tagged and then the people that tagged me as well. So let's go ahead and jump in. The first question is, what are the most, I'm reading, so if I'm looking down, that's what I'm doing. What are the most important frugal things you do every day to save money? Okay, first, legitimately, I am not a frugal person. I would love to be frugal, but for whatever reason, I'm just not very good at it. So for me, it's not so much about being frugal, it's about being on the plan and staying on the plan. So there are a couple of things that I do really well to stay on the plan. One, I reconcile my budget every day. So anything that has gone through 24 hours, I will go ahead and log it into every dollar. And the second thing is not shopping. So those are really the two things. Like, I really try and avoid shopping at all costs, like going into stores. I do a lot of online stuff just simply because when I go to stores, I have a tendency to impulse purchase. So the second question is, what is your best strategy for saving on utilities? Now, this is a question that at this particular moment in time doesn't really apply to me because we are, as everybody knows, living at my parents' house. But I have paid utilities many times in my life. And one of the first recommendations I would have for lowering utilities is to actually double check before you bundle things. I have found historically when I bundled things, when they first started bundling things, it was like a fantastic deal, but now it's not so great. You really kind of get ripped off sometimes when you bundle stuff. And then the other suggestion would be raising and lowering the temperature by 2 degrees depending on what season. So if you're in the winter time, lower the temperature 2 degrees on your heat, and if it's the summertime, you raise the temperature by 2 degrees on your air conditioning. And those 2 degrees shockingly have a huge impact on your budget. So number 3, what is your best tip to save on food and household products? That one's easy. Make a plan and stick to it. I'm a big proponent of meal planning for saving money and then putting everything on the grocery list, and do not deviate from the grocery list. If you can meal plan with the, discounts, with whatever sales your store is, even better. I'm not, AR recommends programming the thermostat. Absolutely. I completely agree. Sorry, that was for the last question. So I try and really not shop outside the a grocery list, because if you do, I found, like, when I go to the grocery store without a list, I end up spending 3 times as much as I intend to. And if I go to the store with a list and then deviate, I end up $50 extra. So I really am very hardcore. I usually use Cozy. I make the list on Cozy, and as I put the things, I check them off on Cozy and they disappear. So it works out well for me. Next question is, what is your best tip to save on clothes? Don't buy them. I have a huge closet full of clothes, so I need no clothes. I think I just talked about this in a video, actually. I don't need clothes, so we only buy what is absolutely needed for clothes. Recently, like, I washed Mauricio's shirts with OxyClean and bleach, his white t-shirts, and they started getting holes in it, so we had to replace those. But for the most part, I try not to buy anything. Like, last month, I think one of the soles of his running shoe fell off and we had to replace those. But outside of that, I really try not to buy that much for him or me or even Melina. Melina has finally reached that point. That's Mauricio is apparently listening in the other room. He left to go play the Wii with Melina, and I did not realize, and he just posted a message that says he needs new pants because his pants are too tight. And Molina's clothes. AR asked me how I handle the budget with Molina's clothes. Mauricio is not chubby, Pat. He is not. He's just being obnoxious because that's what Mauricio does. Budgeting for Molina's clothes. We really, really try not to buy clothes, and we are really fortunate that my mother loves to shop for Melina. So my mother actually frequently will buy things for Melina. So we haven't had to buy, since we moved in with them, a huge amount of clothes. We'll buy things here and there as we need them, but we are definitely in the minimal category of buying clothes for Melina. We are trying not to spend any money. And grandparents are awesome. But I really do, I am so lucky that my parents are so awesome to us. I really, really am. So, okay, where was I? Don't buy clothes. That's it. Number 5, what is your best strategy to stay out of debt or pay it down? Okay, that is actually very similar to one of the previous ones. Make a plan, don't deviate from it, and stick to it. I follow Dave Ramsey, but not everybody does. Legitimately, you can get out of debt or save money in 1,000,001 ways. You just need to decide for yourself what way works best for you. Stick to it and never deviate from it, and you will reach your goals. Works for me. Number 6. Please share one thing you do to save money that other people don't know. Okay. Well, as I mentioned, I'm not so frugal. I kind of like expensive. I have expensive tastes. I know. It's kind of to my detriment frequently, but basically for me, one of the things that I have discovered that saves money is that if there is a brand, hey, it's my everyday wife life. If I buy a brand that I really like and there's something cheaper, I still buy the brand that I really like. Because what I have found is that if I buy something because it's cheaper, I don't like it, I end up not using it and I end up giving it away or, you know, donating it or whatever. And so I have then wasted that money and then I go and end up buying what I wanted originally. It's so great to see you. I was watching one of your videos today. That was my everyday wife life. I really hate it when people go live and they are responding to comments they're reading, but they're not reading them out loud. And I just realized I am doing it myself. And now I understand why. Stop being so judgy, Wendy. Anyway, so I save money by getting the items, the brands that I actually like. It's kind of a twisted logic, but it works for me. And number 7, how important is it for you to save money? Very important. We are not saving money right now. We are getting out of debt, as everyone knows. But I will tell you, my parents have instilled in me to save for retirement. And from day one of my career, I was saving for retirement. So we did put that on hold right now, which just pains me because we have a match at my office. But we decided that for us, this is the best thing for... Aw, Mauricio just said I'm an awesome wife. He lies, but, you know, I love him anyway. For us, not putting that money in is a huge motivator, at least for me, to get out of debt even faster. So we are not saving right now, but we will be very soon because I can't take losing that match because my agency matches the first, I think, 2%, and then the next 3% they put in 50% of whatever you put in. So it ends up being a huge amount of money to lose, and I hate it. But at least I do have an nest egg in there. So, you know. Anyway, I am super excited that you guys are all here, and I really appreciate you coming to my first live stream. And now you can see what a dork I am that I generally edit out of my videos. Yeah, I feel really silly today. I don't know, because I know you guys are actually watching this as it's happening, and I'm kind of like, ah! So, anyway, does anybody have any questions? I did a live stream the other day. It didn't go well, very laggy. You've got a great connection. Thank you guys for saying I'm doing great. Jane, I appreciate that. I was so nervous. We had lasagna for dinner and I was trying so hard to eat it because I knew I was coming up here to do this, and I was like, okay, just eat the lasagna. And it was really good. My dad made it from scratch. It was awesome. So, Nicole, thank you so much. You're so sweet. And AR, I will let you know about the cybersecurity. Mauricio is finishing up his very last class. Hi, is that Candy? Candy Moya? Hello? I think it's Candy. Mauricio is finishing up his very last class. Yes, he will be done with his college degree at the end of August, and as soon as that is squared away, he is going to start taking classes for cybersecurity. Fingers crossed. I think he'll do really, really well. It's a good career move for him. Mauricio's doing silly emojis down there. Okay. Hey, brown-eyed babies. How you doing? Yes, Nicole, there is a huge, Nicole Brown says a lot of job security. Yes, there is a huge amount of job security and cybersecurity. Mauricio just wants like one company he can work for, and you know, he is super loyal, super company loyal. If you know, he could have married me and stayed on as a Colombian police officer, I am pretty sure he would have. My everyday wife life asks, how long have I been doing the Dave Ramsey plan now? It was a year in April. And I think as of this month, we will have paid off $77,000 in the first 14 months. So I think I'll be doing a video about that. I don't know if it'll come out this month or at the beginning of August, but it has been very difficult. I will tell you, the first couple of months, it's a roller coaster of like screw ups and budget disasters. And then just going is hard. Nicole Brown says, oh, okay, I can't read that because it faded away. Okay. My everyday wife lives, we are debt free except for our house and plan to pay that off in 4 years. That is amazing. Carrie Holden, do you have recommendations for changing fields while paying off debt? Yeah, don't. No. It is very difficult, but that is what we were doing with Mauricio. It does some of the things that we have done to prepare for this change. We got one full, hey, Kristen Marie, how are ya? We got one full month ahead on our budget because when he is transitioning jobs frequently, there is a large lag of time between paychecks. And so we wanted to make sure that we were one full month ahead so that we could cover that span. One of the other things that we did is we made sure the absolute minimum Mauricio needs to earn while transitioning jobs. So if he has to get out of there, yes, I am going to mention Uber in a second. So if Mauricio has to transition jobs and maybe there's like a training period where he's earning like a minimum amount or whatever, he will Uber to make sure that we make our basic payments. So those are probably my two biggest tips for transitioning while paying off debt. So, yes, and Mauricio is still Ubering for extra cash, and he does so well at it. I mean, he gets tips all the time. I have a feeling I have a whole vomit phobia, and I'd always be afraid somebody was going to throw up on me or in my car, so I would not do well with Uber. But Mauricio is like one of those people that can totally chat up anyone, and so he gets really great tips. And I think like 2 days ago, Uber allowed for in-app tipping, which is super awesome. So now you don't have to have cash on hand and you can just catch up. I was reading so you don't have to have cash on hand and you can just tip. Okay, so I am going to, it has been 20 minutes and I said I would only do 20 minutes so I can get Melina in bed by 8:30. So I will see y'all in the next one. See ya. Thank you. Thank you for watching. You guys made me so happy. I really did. So see ya.